Ancient wisdom for a modern world. Dancing in the balance, finding magic beyond duality. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another exploration on our journey together. If you're joining us for the first time, we're diving into the vast ocean of consciousness, uncovering how we can tap into something deeper, something that's always been there within you. In our last chat, we touched on transcending time and space, realizing that we're not just passive observers, but active creators in this reality. Today, let's shift our focus to something that's right here in our everyday experience. The earth plane as a world of duality. Have you ever felt pulled between opposites, like joy and sorrow, light and dark, success and failure? And wondered why it's so hard to find peace in the middle? What if staying balanced in that space between could unlock a kind of magic that transforms your life? That's what we're exploring today, not as a way to escape your world, but to embrace it more fully with a clearer view of higher consciousness. So if you're ready to get curious about the push and pull of life and how to navigate it, let's begin. First, let's set the stage with what we mean by duality on the earth plane. You see, the physical world we live in, the earth plane, is designed as a realm of contrasts. It's like a grand classroom where everything comes in pairs, hot and cold, up and down, love and fear, abundance and lack. These aren't accidents. They're the very building blocks of our experience here. Think of it as the four elements we mentioned before: earth, water, air, and fire, interacting in ways that create tension and harmony. This duality isn't something to fight against. It's the canvas on which we paint our lives. But here's the thing. In this setup, our consciousness gets caught up in these opposites, often swinging from one side to the other, like a pendulum. One moment you're riding high on success, the next you're plunged into doubt or failure. It's exhausting, right? And yet, this is exactly what makes the earth plane such a powerful place for growth. Now, why does this duality pose such challenges for anyone seeking higher consciousness? Well, let's unpack that. Higher consciousness, as we've talked about, is that state where you connect with the uncreated energy, the pure divine source that's beyond all limits. It's the essence of unity, where separation fades away. But on the earth plane, duality tricks us into believing in separation all the time. Our aspects, those lenses or frameworks through which we view the world, get hooked on one side of the polarity. For example, you might have an aspect that's all about control, fearing chaos, so you cling to order and structure, judging anything unpredictable as bad. Or maybe another aspect thrives on excitement, pushing you toward risk but avoiding stability, seeing routine as boring or trapping. These poles create inner conflict, don't they? They keep us judging ourselves and others, labeling things as good or bad, right or wrong. Let me ask you, have you ever caught yourself in a moment of judgment, like criticizing someone for being too emotional when you're holding back your own feelings? That's duality at work, amplifying separation. The challenge here is that these judgments tie us to the illusion of the created energy. The energy that forms our physical reality with all its solidity and divisions. When we're stuck in one polarity, we block the flow of uncreated energy, that infinite potential waiting to guide us. It's like trying to reach for the stars while your feet are glued to the ground in a tug of war. Anxiety creeps in from fearing the other side, regret from past swings, in a sense of isolation because duality makes us feel alone in our struggles. For someone aiming for higher consciousness, this can feel like an uphill battle where every step forward is met with a pull backward. But remember, friends, this isn't about blaming the earth plane. It's about understanding it so we can rise above the challenges without rejecting our human experience. So, what happens when we learn to stay balanced in the space between these dualities? Oh, that's where the real magic unfolds. Imagine finding that sweet spot, the neutral ground where you're not swayed by either pole, free from the judgments that come with picking sides. It's like standing in the eye of a storm. Everything swirls around you, but you're calm, centered, and open. In this balance, you tap directly into unity consciousness, where the illusions of separation dissolve. No more labeling joy as good and sorrow as bad. Instead, you see them as two sides of the same coin, both teaching you something profound. This freedom from judgment allows uncreated energy to flow effortlessly through you, sparking synchronicities, intuitive insights, and a deep sense of peace. Let's explore this idea a bit more. When you're balanced, your aspects start working together rather than against each other. That cautious side and the adventurous one, they harmonize, helping you make wise choices without fear holding you back. Suddenly, opportunities appear that align perfectly with your path. People show up with just the right wisdom. Resources materialize when you need them, and life feels less like a battle and more like a dance. The magic here is in the manifestation. Your thoughts and intentions, unclouded by polarity's distortions, shape reality with ease. You might notice spontaneous healings in your body or relationships, or bursts of creativity that solve problems you didn't even know you had. And the best part? This balance doesn't mean you become emotionless or detached. It means you experience everything more fully, with compassion for all sides. Joy feels richer because you've embraced sorrow. Strength shines brighter because you've honored vulnerability. What if you paused right now and thought about a duality in your own life? Maybe work versus rest, or giving versus receiving. How might staying in the middle, without judging either end, change how you feel? That's the invitation here, to experiment with balance and watch the magic happen. Of course, getting to this space isn't always easy, but it's absolutely possible, and it builds on what we've already shared. Start with awareness, that simple act of noticing without acting. When you feel pulled toward one polarity, like anger in a heated moment, just observe it. Say to yourself, there's that aspect kicking in, judging this as wrong. No need to suppress or indulge, just witness. This creates space, allowing you to choose from a place of higher consciousness rather than reaction. Meditation or contemplation can help too. Sit quietly and visualize yourself in the center of those opposites, breathing in the uncreated energy that connects everything. Over time, you'll notice judgment softening, replaced by understanding. You'll shift from this is bad to this is just part of the whole. Another key is integrating this into your daily life without upending everything. You don't have to quit your job or change your relationships to achieve balance. Bring it into the moments you already have. During a disagreement, pause and see both sides, yours and theirs, as expressions of the same underlying energy. In times of success, acknowledge the lessons from past failures without clinging to either. This alignment with the flow turns ordinary experiences into magical ones. Synchronicities become your norm. A book falls off the shelf with the exact answer you needed, or a stranger shares wisdom that resolves an inner conflict. And as you embody this balance, you become a beacon for others, inspiring them without even trying. Your presence alone can help dissolve their judgments, fostering compassion in the world around you. Let's ponder this. What duality have you been judging most harshly in your life lately? What might shift if you stepped into the space between, free from that judgment? Just letting that question simmer can open doors you didn't know were there. As we wrap up this exploration, remember that the Earth Plane's duality isn't a curse. It's a gift, a teacher pushing us toward higher consciousness. The challenges are real, but so is the magic waiting in the balanced space. By staying neutral, free from judgments, you unlock the infinite potential of uncreated energy, transforming your reality into something effortless and wondrous. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress, moment by moment. You're already on the path, friends, and every step brings more light. In our next chat, we'll build on this by looking at how our projections and focus shape the physical world from that uncreated source. Until then, take a deep breath, find your center, and notice the magic unfolding. Thanks for joining me. Let's keep awakening together.
Like, subscribe. Don't forget to comment and check out more of our videos. Click to be notified. Thanks for watching.